Hey everyone, it's Megan here with Julia's Junk and juliasjunk.com, where you can buy all the products that you see here today and maybe even the finished ones that we do. Now, I'm going to tell you that I'm not for sure if I'm going to be able to keep this picture that's in here. I picked this up at a thrift store for a couple bucks, and I don't hate the florals, but I'm not sure I love them either. So we're first going to try just painting the frame and doing my favorite wet distressing to see what we think. I'm usually someone who doesn't spend time taping things off, but in this case, since I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this picture or not, we're going to tape it. Of course, you can get this blue painter's tape at your favorite hardware stores, anywhere like that. I'm gonna go around all these edges good. But I did want you to see the picture before I put that on there. Sometimes it's hard to get these sneaky corners. Today I'm going to be using Country Chic paint, which is a no VOC clay-based product that I just love. You can use it on small projects like this, or furniture, just about any of your favorite upcycles. You can even use it on your kitchen cupboards. Just all depends on the right prep and top coat as well. Today I'm going to be using probably my favorite color as well, which is crinoline, which is a nice bright white, but it's not overly stark. Which is this one. And if you can do me a big favor, if you like this video and want to see more like it, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button below. Oh my goodness. There we go. I love these easy reclosable lids, but I'll be the first to admit I'm not the best at making sure they're cleaned off really well. But when you do, then they're nice and easy to open all the time. You do want to make sure that you give them a good stir though. Scrape all along the bottoms and the edges. I normally pour my paint out into a cup or a plate, but I'm getting pretty close to the end on this one, so I'm just going to paint right out of the jar. I love doing frames and projects like this that have lots of detail, because as though it does look kind of cool in this gold color, you're going to see how much better it looks even when it's bright white. I'm using the 1.5 inch overbrush, which you can also get at juliasjunk.com. And I love how much paint they hold on there and how well it gets down into the grooves. This paint has very good adhesion, so even this slippery frame, it's going to grab onto real well. But if you're worried about it at all, if you're painting glass or metal or that really slippery vinyl, you can use our clear bonding primer. Give it a light coat of that and it will make sure the paint holds on really well. If you're not sure, you can do what's called the scratch test. You're going to paint a little area of your furniture piece or project, let it dry good, and then come back and scratch it a little bit with your nail. If you lose paint easily, then you're going to want to go back and remove that little spot and add the bonding primer. The bonding primer is way easier than sanding down a whole piece. And it's going to make sure your paint sticks and holds really well. Other things that are going to affect the adhesion are things like humidity and if there's any dirt and grime on your piece. So the most important prep work, which I say all the time, so if you watched any of these, you're going to hear it, is getting your piece really, really clean. If it's an older, especially furniture piece that you're putting a lot of time and energy into, my favorite product is TSP. which you can get in granular or in pre-mixed form from your favorite hardware store. And you're gonna make sure and scrub your piece really well with that. Afterwards, you wanna make sure that you clean it with, or rinse it really good with clean water and come back. What? Okay, honey. You gotta quit if you're gonna be down here, okay, baby? You can't be doing that while I'm doing this. Okay, that's okay. Yep, I see it. Thanks, bud. So we've got one nice light coat on here, and we're gonna come back and do another one. So we're gonna let this dry. Here you can see where we're at right now after one coat. See some kind of streaks and that sort of thing. Let this dry well, and then we'll be back with another coat. So I put a second coat of Country Shakes crinoline on this old gold frame. And now I'm going to show you my favorite way to wet distress. The paint is mostly dry, but still just a little bit tacky in spots, and that's when it's the easiest to distress. I like to use baby wipes, mostly because it's the easiest thing to just grab, and I don't have a sink down in my basement where I do a lot of my smaller projects. So you just take this baby wipe and hit the high spots where you want to bring that gold back. You can do as much or as little, and remember, if you take off too much, all it takes is a little paint to fix it back up. This is probably one of my favorite combinations, is this white crinoline bringing back through some of that aged gold frame. I think I probably paid a couple dollars for this at the thrift store. And depending on how much I like it, and if I decide to keep this floral in the middle, I'll probably ask about $15 for it in my shop. Another way that you can get an effect like this is painting a solid color and then coming back with a different color of wax. And I like to do that too, especially when there's not this nice gold underneath. All right, let's see if we can get you nice and close. Here you can see. So let's take this tape off. See what we think of the floral picture now. Let me know in the comments if you like it better before or after, or if you need to paint over that picture and it's not quite your thing. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more DIY and lots of other fun projects. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more DIY and other fun projects where I transform junk to junk. Thanks.